Hi Earth sign, welcome to your extended reading. I'm going to go ahead and start this with Taurus. I have pre-shuffled, we're just going to shuffle up a little bit more and then we'll get started with clarification on here what's going on for Taurus. Spirit, please show me what messages you have for Taurus, for love, for me. King of Cups popped out. Please show me what messages you have for love for Taurus for May 29, 2019 through June 4th for love. Got cards flying everywhere. Page of Pentacles, Three of Pentacles, King of Pentacles, we saw him, Ace of Wands. Okay, so let's get 2 more shuffles in here and then we're going to go for it. Thank you so much, Spirit. Okay, so we're looking first at the Wheel of Fortune, King of Coins, Ace of Wands individual here on my left. So we're going to get 2 cards for the current situation for this individual here. The first card is the Sun card. Again, this person is so in their element. I feel like it's you, Earth sign. I really feel like some of us, I'm Virgo sun, obviously, so some of us, I say obviously as if you knew that. No, I mean, I am Virgo sun. Some of us are very much so in our element after a time of really having to kind of crawl out of the darkness a little bit. So I feel like, because yeah, here the next card that you have here is the Ten of Pentacles. This Ten of Pentacles is in reverse, but it's on top of the King of Coins, Ace of Wands, and Wheel of Fortune. The reason the Ten of Pentacles is coming up in reverse here has to do specifically with love and relationships here in this position. So I feel like what it's talking about is the whole family picture, that whole dynamic. Even without that, a lot of us are, this is my wax on, wax off move. Even without that, even without the whole family dynamic and whole long-term happy family relationship type thing, what's going on for Taurus right now is they're definitely still in their element, even if that's not going perfect. Now, it could even be that since finances haven't been that great necessarily for some of us, even that, you have the action plan, you have the direction, you have the ambition, you know where you're going, so you know you're going to get there, so it's not freaking you out. For this person over here, we have, right here on top of this 4 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, we have the Ace of Swords. So again, this person taking this pause is for this clarity, is for this aha moment, is for this clarity that comes through. And with this clarity that comes through, you have the King of Cups here. Now, this King of Cups is one of those, I know that we all hate this, and I'm sorry, especially for ladies who have to listen to this here. The clarity comes internally for this King of Cups, and he's got the best poker face on earth. He may love you to the depths of his soul, and you may not know that at all, because he doesn't show it. This is not somebody who hands their emotion over. As you'll see here, we've got the 4 of Swords. We have Swords, Wands, and Pentacles all talking about this person who is the King of Cups, but there's no cups in any of his consideration. His consideration is about practicality, action, and truth. And that's what's going on here, but the love exists there. So that is what is going on this side over here. Now, on top of the blockage here for the 10 of Swords, we have the Knight of Swords. This could have been a situation that could have been an argument for some of you, or could have even been this Knight of Swords that came in and like abruptly ended things with you perhaps. But since it's in the blockage here, I feel like sorry, I keep shaking the camera. I know, I move too much. I'm sorry. But I feel like what the blockage is with this Knight of Swords is this feeling like maybe somebody didn't get to defend themselves properly. It also could be, though, that really wanting somebody to come in and sweep you off your feet, to apologize, to come in and try and correct it quickly, or to come in like with some oomph behind them so you could believe it, and that hasn't happened. That's not happening. It's part of the blockage there. The communication perhaps is even part of the blockage. Maybe there's just not communication happening, which is entirely possible with this King of Cups up here. especially with the Four of Swords, because that is it's such a disconnect type energy. It's a pause type energy, that there's no communication. So the blockage could be that this communication's not coming through, and what's the word I'm looking for? I guess it's bringing up again this Ten of Swords energy for you too, because this whole lack of communication is part of that too, like feeling abandoned pretty much. Now on top of this page, yeah, so oh my gosh, mirroring for sure, because here, this Page of Cups, okay, so this person was hurt too. So it's not like one party was completely innocent and one party wasn't. This person was hurt too. So both people, maybe the perception of the situation is different on who hurt who or how they got hurt. But there is definitely pain that happened here too with this Page of Cups in reverse, and that's the blockage too. Both of your blockages has to do with healing that needs to happen, Taurus. And the advice on top of this, the Knight of Cups and this Ace of Pentacles. Yeah, so the advice on top of this is not to allow, again, it's the death in reverse here. So the new beginning, this Ace of Pentacles and this Knight of Cups, the advice is to allow this offer to come in. So then we'll get 2 cards for the outcome here. We have the Nine of Cups and then we have the Empress. So yes, this is a new beginning. So this is saying here to me very, very, very clearly, as this healing takes place, the love is here. So there's no reason to give up on this right now, Taurus, because the love is here. Especially if you are one of this one up here, who is this King of Coins Sun card, who's in their element and in their strength. This healing is taking place. We're getting toward the end of this healing. Once that happens, this Knight of Cups comes forward, and this is this new beginning, this wish fulfillment. So that's definitely very positive for you, Taurus. So, you know, you can't really beat that. Awesome. So, let's see what's up. Let's move on. We're going to go to Capricorn. Let's see, since Taurus got this bomb-ass reading. Okay. For Cappies, let's use this. We're going to use this one. It's a little bit slippery, so sorry if it slips around in my hands a lot. This deck is relatively new, but I do like it. Spirit, please show me what messages you have for Capricorn for love for May 29th through June 4th, 2018. Please show me what messages you have for love for the sign of Capricorn for May 29th through June 4th, 2018. Spirit, please show me what messages you have for love for the sign of Capricorn. Please help me to bring forward the messages for their highest good. And for those that need to hear them, thank you so much for clarity that I've given. Please show me what messages you have for Capricorn for love for May 29th, 2018 to June 4th, 2018. Please show me what messages you have for love for Capricorn. All right, let's see. Okay, so for person number 1 up here, this King of Coins, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands. We have the Sun card again. This time, coming up for you, Cappies, though, we have it in reverse. So, with the card in reverse coming through, I feel like there is something brought to light, perhaps. And it's sparking action. This wheel is turning and something is coming to your attention, perhaps, here in this position with that Ace of Wands. And the next thing that we have here is the Hierophant. With this Sun card, Ace of Wands, King of Coins, and the Wheel of Fortune, we have the Sun in reverse and the Hierophant. So I feel like perhaps there is this, it's an energy of, okay, something needs to change perhaps in the relationship or in the dynamic. The Hierophant card would indicate to me that something is not going as it should, or as one party perhaps feels like it should. And somebody feels maybe unhappy, but the wheel here with this Ace of Wands is saying that there is action that can be taken to turn that around. for a person over here with this 3 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, and the 4 of Swords, we have the Emperor and the Fool. So on one side, we have the Sun, the Hierophant. You could be dealing with the Taurus. It could be a Leo. There's definitely fire here, so Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And again, it could be any of the fixed signs or another air sign. On this side, we definitely have more fire, earth, air. I mean, it could be any energy. But here with the Emperor and the Fool, we have specifically Aries or perhaps Pisces. But we have this energy of this introspection that's taken place, or this pause that has taken place, is bringing about somebody who wants a new beginning, but they want it done their way. And I feel like they're coming head to head with this Hierophant energy on this side. It's kind of like a battle of wills almost, I feel like, because this person wants things this way, and the Fool wants kind of this freedom to do whatever it is that they want. And the more that they do this introspection and try to look at things or try to rebuild things, the more they try to control that to create what it is that they want. I feel like on this side here with the Sun card, the Hierophant, the Ace of Wands, and the King of Coins, Wheel of Fortune energy, this is kind of saying to a select group of you, if I don't change something now, I'm going to keep getting the same thing. And because this person is in their element and in their strength, with this Ace of Wands, they have the ability to change this. Because if the Sun was upright in this position here, it would be nothing but a very positive thing. But I feel like something is coming to light about maybe a difference in how two people view relationships, or how they view a relationship should be, perhaps. And there maybe needs to be a conversation or some communication about that, because this Hierophant and this Emperor energy kind of go head to head. It's kind of a control thing. Excuse me. In the blockages on this side here with the 10 of Swords, we have the 3 of Cups. So on this side with this Sun card in the upside down, and then the Hierophant, Ace of Wands, King of Coins, Wheel of Fortune energy, the blockage here I feel like has a lot to do with a third party. If it's not a third party, it could be perhaps there's a drinking problem or overindulgence in some sort of way, addictions, things like that. But I feel like it has a lot to do with the betrayal that had to do with involvement of more than one person. Not necessarily a, definitely cheating or infidelity or something like that, but something that involved like a group of people or some sort of betrayal here, and that blockages is getting past that, or the fact that maybe that still exists. And then on this other party side, the blockage with this Page of Cups in reverse is that they are still healing. Or perhaps they really need to figure out what they want. With this Page of Cups in reverse and this Star card, I really feel it's more along the lines of maybe this person is just incredibly confused about what it is that they really want, and they need to spend this time figuring that out. Because this Star card is the wish card here. The Page of Cups is a very innocent type of energy, but when it's in the upside down like this, I feel like it's kind of looking at this impossible dream that can never happen, when it really is just that they don't really know what it is that they want out of this dream. Because if it was upright, they would be able to at least see a path or feel the path through their intuition, but blocking the intuition there, or not being able to even feel with their emotions or think with their emotions in any sort of way, doesn't allow them to reach this healing. It could straight up be that healing needs to happen though too, because there could have been betrayal on both sides. In the advice here, on top of this Death card reversed and the Ace of Pentacles, we have the High Priestess. So Capricorn, I feel like this is an energy of there may be things that are unknown to you, that maybe there are some, again, if this 3 of Cups over here could have something to do with things being unknown to you, and with this Death card, it could mean that there hasn't been any change or transformation from that, but there may be an offering of a new beginning. I feel like you're really being cautioned to listen to your intuition about what's going on or what the intention is. Make sure this person is clear on what they want. Because the outcome here, we have the 9 of Wands, and then we have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse. So the outcome here for you, Cappies, I feel like is coming in that somebody's putting in like somebody's willing to fight and willing to work for something, and somebody's not putting in any work at all. So I feel like the balance needs to be struck. There's kind of a struggle going on, or a power struggle, I feel like, here. And keep your eyes peeled, because it could have to do with a third party. Now, not necessarily that it is a third party. Again, it's not always that way. Sometimes it can just be, you know, this is just a week time frame. Sometimes things can just be off, and this person can just be a little bit confused. Don't go in swinging, but I feel like it's just to be aware that if you're feeling like this is what's happening, it has to do with the energy that's going around right now. The good thing about these energies, though, is if you are paying attention to your intuition, you can breeze through them. You can work through them, because you know it's fluid, it's going to change. So that's what I've got for you, Cappies. Let's see what's going on with the Virgos. My Virgos. I wonder which deck to use. I have so many decks now all over the place. Let's see. We'll go with this one. Spirit, please show me what messages you have for Virgo for May 29th through June 4th, 2018 for love. Please show me what messages you have for Virgos for love for May 29th through June 4th, 2018. Please show me what messages you have for love for the sign of Virgo. May 29th through June 4th, 2018. Please show me what messages you have for love for the sign of Virgo. Please show me what messages you have for love for the sign of Virgo. Let's see. Please show me what messages you have for the sign of Virgo. Thank you so much. All right. Okay, so let's see. First two cards for this person. King of Coins, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Wands on this side, Virgo. We have the Hangman, of course. Why wouldn't we? The Hanging Man, but he's in reverse. Except that's right side up, but he came up for me like this. So there's the Hanging Man in reverse. So what this means is that somebody has taken this pause. There has been this introspection. There has been this period of time that things have gone on. And now we've got it on top of this Ace of Wands, which means that it tells me that there is some action that's being taken. On top of that, we have the Star card. So we've got the Hanging Man and the Star card, which means these are both very spiritual energies. This is an energy where there has been a lot of work that's been done for this person over here. And with this wheel turning, it's like they already know where things are going. They already know the ball is rolling. A lot of you who are in this energy, you already know there are big things coming. You can already feel that turning. So that's very, very powerful actually there. For this other person here, this Four of Swords, Ten of Wands, Three of Pentacles, we have the Sun card. This is somebody who's waking up here on this side, so that's cool to see. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo. It could be that there is an Aquarius here. We've got every sign. Anyways, I'm trying not to get too heavy into the signs because this is just energy and we can all be every energy. But this Sun card coming up here, so I feel like after this period of respite and pause, they definitely have this awakening, this enlightenment, and recognize what makes them happy. And then we have the Nine of Wands coming in. This Nine of Wands energy, I feel like with this Nine of Wands and Ten of Wands is recognizing that the part of it that is the burden is almost finished. You're almost over that. It's a difficult time. Yes, it's going to be difficult, but it makes them happy, or it brings happiness, and it's worth it to build that happiness, even if it's difficult to do that. I feel like this Four of Swords energy is somebody who really did take the time to consider whether or not they were willing to continue fighting for something. And I feel like this Sun is this illumination that says, you know, it shows them what their happy is. Whatever that is, it shows them what their happy is. For the blockage here on this Ten of Swords on the King of Swords, Wheel of Fortune side with this Star card, Ace of Wands, and this Hangman in reverse, or in the upside down there, I'm sorry. With this Ten of Swords, we have the Ace of Swords. That's the blockage here. This person definitely wants clarity. They want to know what the F is going on over here. I feel like somebody kind of dropped the gauntlet or laid it down on the line and said, this is the way that it is. Can you bring it or can you not? And it's kind of just been sitting there for a while because there is like this pause that's taken place. And I feel like that's what's happening on this side. It's almost like the pain reoccurs until they know the truth of things or until they get the actual answer. This is based on the truth, you know? But the blockage can also be somebody refusing to see the truth of a situation too. And on this side here with this Page of Cups, on top of the Page of Cups, we have the Queen of Wands. This is in the blockage though. The blockage on this side could be, again, this willingness to take action because the Queen of Wands is one who goes, she's a nurturer, she's very sensual, she's very loving, but she's the one who goes and gets what she wants. With this Page of Cups in reverse though, behind it, I feel like the blockage is where this person's headspace is right now is still not balanced. It's still not in the place that it needs to be. There's a little bit of immaturity there, perhaps a little bit of impulsiveness there. I don't necessarily know where that's coming from, but I feel like that is kind of what the blockage is saying. Because this Queen of Wands, although she's very, very alluring, with this Page of Cups in the upside down behind her, it kind of makes me feel like it's like flighty, it's like seductress, but more along the lines of just because I can, not necessarily because I need to. And this is a part of, I think, of somebody's work that they are trying to get past in themselves, perhaps. I don't necessarily know who that's for, but that's what's coming through. For others of you, it could just be that the blockage literally is another person. There is a fire sign somewhere around, perhaps, or you're dealing with a fire sign and the blockages themselves. Again, they can be their own worst enemy sometimes. Any of us can, not just fire signs. I mean, anybody can be their own worst enemy. And it could be that this person is just all up in their... This is somebody who's very intuitive too, so they may be withholding an offer purposefully too. Maybe this pause is purposeful too, but I feel like the blockage that comes in is not making this offer. Perhaps for some of them too, because they don't know how to make an offer that doesn't have to do with sex. And I'm sorry, I don't know where that came from, but it may just be that that's always what their default is like they open with some kind of sexual thing and they realize that they shouldn't do that because, you know, hey, how have you been the past couple of weeks? By the way, you know what I mean? It just doesn't work that way. But I feel like somebody also is having that kind of a blockage. For the advice here for Virgo, on top of this Death card and this Ace of Pentacles, we have the Knight of Wands. So this is definitely that energy of this new beginning coming in. It's like not the end of something. I feel like this is a revisiting something for some of you. This Knight of Wands energy coming in. With the Ace of Pentacles behind it, again, I feel like I've said this before in an earlier reading. The Knight of Wands gets kind of a bad rap, like he's in and out your life, in and out your life. But with this Ace of Pentacles behind it, there's already something solid there, though, too. This isn't somebody who just comes in and you never hear from them again. There's already something built there solid, too. So let's see two cards we have here with this outcome. We have the Seven of Cups and the Two of Wands. So decisions that have to be made here. Things that have to be narrowed down and actions that have to be taken. The Seven of Cups is also, though, right before the Eight of Cups. So you may be dealing with somebody here, Virgo, who has someone or is in between two people. And the decision has to be made because that Seven of Cups comes right before the Eight of Cups. And this Two of Wands is definitely about taking action on something. So somebody has to be walked away from and somebody has to be walked towards. So that's what I got for y'all this week. I love y'all. I will speak with you soon and thank you so much for watching.